Hello, viewers. Hello, man. Quest for motivations. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the views. I'm just enjoying what I think would be Gwen Stacy here from the Spider Verse. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm just chilling. What's up with you? What brings you in this part of the internet? Did you do any art? Just chilling and enjoying art. Cool, man. That's cool. I'm thinking of maybe also adding in some gaming streams here and there after I draw, maybe just to lively it up, you know. What do you think? I'm pretty new to the streaming game, so just trying to mix it up. I have no idea what's good or not, you know. I'm just exploring in real time, figuring this out. I do. I like gaming and drawing. Although I haven't played too many games recently, it's been busy drawing. But I'm currently casually playing Battlefield 6 and sometimes Warzone with my friends. So my old buddies, you know, they still play Warzone. It's fun. It already looks good. I wish I can draw like that. I'm not even half the skills. Thank you, man. I believe everybody has the ability to draw like this. I'm not the best out there. You know, all I gotta do is just put in the work, and it's a lot of work. I'll be frank. I play sometimes with my buddies PUBG, but I like Call of Duty. Call of it. I like to call it BUGG. You know what? When PUBG was first released, there was a lot of bugs, but at the same time, the bugs was kind of like the charm of it. You know, there was a clunkiness to the game that it kind of made it accidentally good, in my opinion. I can't really point to what it is, but I like the clunkiness of the old PUBG. I haven't played it since, I don't know, 2017, I think 2019. But I'm sure it's improved since then. Oh no, I did play it. I think last year or 2 years ago with my friend. Just one game. I didn't really notice too much difference, to be honest with you. What I'm doing here is called the hatching lines. And this makes a world of a difference when we draw something like this. It makes a lot of difference. Add it to where you think the shadow will is hitting the character. Uh, Supposed to draw color this later, so I'll add a very minimal. I've added very minimally. I'll add the hatching lines very minimally. Are you a professional artist? Well, depends what you say professional. By that, do you mean do I work as an artist? Then yeah, it's my full time job. In that regard, I guess you could call me a quote unquote professional. But I don't see myself as like, like the skillful kind of professional. I know I'm skilled. I know there's some skill there, but I'm just comparing myself to my peers where they are just crazy insane, and to them, compared to them, I'm definitely not skilled. That's what I mean by that. Do you use reference for this drawing or in your imagination? I use a bit of both. There is a reference for this. Let me show you the reference, okay? Uh, wait. It's really zoomed in. It's kind of, I don't know if YouTube will allow this, but it's kind of sexy. That's the reference. But I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a woman in gym wear. But I modified it a whole lot to be at least somewhat original. Like the hand is now holding a bag, and the other hand is, just some clothing thing. Yeah. You can earn a living with your art. Well, actually, yeah, it pays really good for me at least. And I would encourage people to pick up art as a profession. Um, well, that's what I would like to, people to at least be inspired to pick up a pen and draw something. Not necessarily a profession. Right now, I can tell you right now, it pays really really well. I mean, it's the money is so good. However, I may not be able to say the same in the next few years because of AI. Um, More and more jobs will probably disappear. But at the moment, I think the market is still in the rise. I think you can still make a living right now. So yeah, do it while you really still can, I guess. I think AI will never replace artists and his creativity. But I agree with you. AI will never be able to take away the joy of the process of making art. However, AI will definitely take over art jobs. That's what I mean. It won't necessarily replace artists, in more creative space, but art jobs, that's gonna that's probably gonna go away very soon. So I'm gonna be obsolete. I hope I'm wrong though. I hope our species move on to a different trajectory than what I'm currently seeing trending. This is very scary. It terrifies me. Just shade this nose later. Close the lips. Usually do the eyes very last because I give a lot of attention to the eyes. It can be used as a tool or be your muse. I agree. There's a bit of a double-edged sword when you use AI as a tool because the art community is gonna go after you if they even sense um you using AI in some way or another. I mean, look what happened to Ross. He used AI as a if you're familiar with Ross Draws, he used AI as a reference tool. I guess he did more than that. That's probably why people are going after him. Yeah, but as an artist, I want to stay away from AI unless my clients requires me to use AI. Then I think that's a different story because it's now this part of your job, right? However, when making my own art, I just make do with whatever I have. I am not one of those artists who are against using AI. Because I know fighting AI is a losing battle, right? And I guess I don't know. The overturn window hasn't shifted enough that people are willing to accept AI as a um like a legitimate replacement for artists. Which again, I don't think that will ever happen. All right, what I meant to say is that the overturn window hasn't shifted enough where AI becomes a accepted part of the process. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't really articulate there with my words. Oh, I'm currently nursing a really bad stiff neck. Yeah. But again, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be replaced by AI, right? It does. Oh, you teach art as well? I don't know if you can say I teach art. I maybe teach. I guess you could. I guess I have a few tutorials there, but I mainly teach art. People about artists, other artists. I have a few videos talking about classical artists like Decker and some more modern ones like Yasuke Murata. I think I'm making a video about him and how he does art. You could say they're tutorials in some way, but teaching art is totally different than making art, And I think I'm only skilled with one and not the other. Hands is really, I still have trouble with the hands. I'm not really copying the hands from the reference. It has a different angle than this one. I'm just making my own at the moment and praying it looks good. It looks like from Korra. Well, it kind of does look a little bit like Korra, right? But no, this is Spider Gwen. It's Gwen Stacy. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a backpack instead of a satchel. Not many people like Legend of Korra. I kind of enjoyed it. It's okay. Not definitely not on the same level as the Last Airbender. Now, the Last Airbender is in the Magic of the Garden. Really, it is. Is it? I didn't know that. I look that up. I don't play Magic the Gathering, but I know of it. I got lots of friends and family members who play that game. Well, I to think now that I think about it, I think they were also in Smite. Yeah, it's everywhere. Hang is everywhere. It truly is the Avatar. Yeah. I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna take a break, a little 5 minute break. But so far, this is what I got. I like the art from Magic the Gathering, and it gets soon as beat up game. It gets soon as a beta game. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The art from those franchises really is just next level. From it's another world that I can't fathom, and I beat myself over it a lot. Why can't I draw like them? How long do you think will it take to finish your Gwen illustration? It's probably not gonna be finished today. I can probably finish the line art today before I end the stream. And then tomorrow I can probably stream a little bit, color it, render it. Usually a painting like this takes me around 5 to 8 hours. Maybe a little bit more if I wanted to be more detailed. Like I could add patterns to her background, maybe like really make it super cool, you know. I'm actually thinking of changing her outfit um to something more elegant, something more detailed, because those are just really fun to render. Detailed paintings, they're really fun to render, and yeah, I think looking at the before and after on a really detailed painting is something to, you know, it's really satisfying. All right, let's get back into it. Make some exercises before you begin your drawing. I do, I do sometimes. Right now I didn't. However, yesterday I streamed yesterday. I was already thinking about what to draw next. So before I started the stream, for example, I was already thinking of a pose, exploring for references that are almost similar to what the pose I have in mind, just to get the angles right. So I pretty much already rehearsed this in my mind. I already rehearsed this in my mind before I started streaming. And right now, I'm already thinking about what to draw next while I'm doing this. I don't really do much fan art. This is definitely a fan art. Um, I usually just do fan art when I'm uninspired, you know. The reason being is that I don't really think because fan art, that's something that somebody else already designed. It's not, you know, it's not original to your own. And I have a few OCs. Oh yeah, I was drawing the hand, wasn't I? Totally forgot. And that's why I don't like drawing fan art. I want to make something of my own. Not that I'm against drawing fan art. I just want to challenge myself, you know? To make something popular, maybe. That somebody else will turn to fan art. That'd be so cool. Ah, I mean, you could always draw a waifu. What can you imagine? Ah, yes, you know, I used to do a lot of waifus back in the day. Original waifus. And I pretty much only drew I pretty much only draw girls for the most part. I like girls. I don't know what to tell you. um But yeah, I think this hand didn't draw correctly. Drawing something like this is like, for me, it's turning my brain off. And right now, I'm thinking of something else. I don't like this. Too bony. Her hands are too fat for a woman. Slim it out a little bit. I think a lot of these are still too fat. That's okay. This pinky here should be a little bit smaller. Right now, I'm not turning my brain off because I need to put a lot of attention to the fingers. Otherwise, my peers will just mock me, or worse, accuse me of using AI. Which part of the body do you have most trouble to draw? Definitely the feet. Although recently I have improved, and also maybe the stomach part. And that's why a lot of my character are showing off their stomach, so I can at least practice at the same time. Yeah, looking good. Okay. Although I also have improved on drawing stomachs. I think it's just in the rendering. So later I'm gonna render this part, which I'll just mark. A lot of these lines will be erased anyway. He's wearing a jacket. Wearing a jacket here. No, one of those things you do when you tie your jacket around your waist. Me right now, legs and hands and foot. Yeah, I think I have the same problem, especially with the foot part. The entire leg area, really difficult. And I got shameful to admit that I have resulted into tracing it instead back in the days. And when you get so frustrated, I think tracing is fine as long as it's in the name of learning. But when you trace, well, when you're learning, when you're using tracing as a learning, you gotta learn to let go. Otherwise, you're not learning. Racing is like training wheels when you learn to ride a bike, but you gotta let it go. I think that's what the problem with a lot of artists who are serial tracers is that they can't let go of the tracing because it makes things so much easier, you know. Okay. Mom Poke 8805. Well, nice cook. Thank you, man. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Though I am not a cook. I know what you mean, though. It's being corny. Good. This thing would this would be the sleeves of this jacket. And down. One of my mates is actually inviting me to play some Warzone with him. I kind of want to play a little bit, you know. This line art is almost done anyway. I don't like this part here. Feels too. There we go. I think that's so much better. They just add some shape to it. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna play some Call of Duty. See if that gets me any views, huh? I have to shift the my stream. Give me a sec. Okay. I'm gonna move all of this. My script. This is gonna embarrass me. I'm just gonna take a little bit of a break from drawing. I've been drawing for a while. Play some games if you guys don't mind. Wish you a nice day. I gotta go. I wish you a nice day. I have to go. Maybe we see you the next live stream. Yeah, man. You have a nice day too. I'll definitely stream maybe a little bit tomorrow, but I'll stream again on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Definitely. Have a nice day, buddy.